Super Mario Bros. Is a long-running series that spans multiple years, dating back to the Nintendo Entertainment System with Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and the very successful Super Mario Bros. 3. At the time of Super Mario Bros. Release in North America, Nintendo was already working on their next console called the Super Nintendo. It was released alongside a new Super Mario Bros. Video game. For the development of this new Super Mario Bros. Game, Nintendo would assign the director from Super Mario Bros. 3, Takashi Tezuka. Mario's creator Shigeru Miyamoto would serve as the game's producer, and Shigefumi Hino would take on the role of graphics designer. The development team consisted of 10 people and 3 main programmers, with Miyamoto having the most authority during development. The team thought the new hardware in the Super Nintendo might provide some difficulties, so they performed a hardware experiment and ported the Super Mario Bros. 3 NES game to the new system. After doing this, they realized they needed to use this new hardware to create something totally new. Since this was the first game to be developed for the Super Nintendo, the software tools available to the team were very underdeveloped. But on the plus side, the team no longer had to worry about restrictions on mechanics or scrolling and had no limit to the amount of colors they could use. The new hardware allowed Miyamoto to finally give Mario a rideable companion, something he had wanted to include since the first Super Mario Bros. Game, but due to the NES hardware limitations was unable to do so until now. During the development of Super Mario Bros. 3, Miyamoto had multiple sketches with Mario riding on a horse. Tezuka, the game's director, had seen the sketches and thought, I guess he wants Mario to ride something. The new Super Mario game was being designed around the Dinosaur Land concept, and so Tezuka asked Hino to draw reptile type art. However, the reptile art was way too reptilian and didn't really fit the Mario world, so Tezuka and Hino worked together and created something much more fitting to the Mario world, and Yoshi was born. The inspiration for the design of Yoshi dates all the way back to the green dragon from the 1984 video game Devil World, which shares multiple similarities with Yoshi. Besides the graphics, even the sound of Yoshi coming out of an egg is the same as Tamagon from the video game Devil World. An interesting tidbit is the original Mario would hit the head of Yoshi, causing him to shoot his tongue out in surprise. A bob sound was even added to the game. While the bob sound remained in the game, they feared people might feel sorry for Yoshi and explained the sound away by saying Mario was saying go instead. The music for the new Super Mario game was composed by composer Koji Kondo. Kondo decided to rearrange previously used Mario themes from Super Mario Bros. 3. He wanted the game's music to still be familiar to the player, but at the same time, he wanted to introduce new variations as the player progressed through the game. The advanced hardware in the Super Nintendo allowed for the use of 8 sounds at once, leaving Kondo feeling overjoyed. Although Kondo was very nervous about gaining acceptance with consumers over the use of instruments instead of more traditional video game music, he pressed on. It would take him around a year and a half to write all the music for the game, and still today is some of the most memorable video game music of all time. Super Mario World would release in Japan on November 21st, 1990, alongside the Super Nintendo, and would be released a year later in North America. The game was very well received by consumers and received near perfect ratings from multiple video game reviewers, with an aggregate score of 94%. The game received 1991's Game of the Year from Nintendo Power and Power Play and has been listed as the greatest game of all times by multiple critics. When not listed as number 1, it's generally only beaten by other Nintendo favorites such as The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Thanks to Super Mario World, Yoshi has become a permanent fixture in majority of Mario games. It's also safe to say that the Super Nintendo's success was due to Super Mario World, and the rest is history. To finish us off, here are some quick facts for your enjoyment. Super Mario World is titled Super Mario Bros. 4 in Japan. In the Japanese version, Yoshi could eat dolphins, but not in any other version of the game. This game is Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto's favorite Mario game. And this is the first game to introduce Mario's spin jump. Thanks for joining me on a brief history of Super Mario World. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you next time. Rod here with ZaVivi Entertainment. Before I get out of here, make sure to check out Digital Break for some awesome content creators. Digital Break is a 1-hour block on local TV that premiered in April. They are taking talented YouTube creators and airing their content on local TV. So make sure to follow and like their Facebook page. Thanks everyone, I'm out.